In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up some layers using the layer properties so that you can go ahead and create multiple layers for your drawings. So for example, if I don't want to see my dimension anymore in this drawing, I can just go ahead and remove that. That's going to be helpful later on, as well as the center line there. I'm using that as my construction lines. You can do that. And also, if you want to get some of the object, the circles here on this on one of the layers, you can do that as well. If you want to see them, just turn them back on. And this is going to be very helpful in the future for other projects. So to do that, let's take a look at the new drawing here. I'm going to go to drawing 2, open a new file. And then in here, you can do multiple things. You can do right click. Um, let's see, the fastest way is just click on layers properties first, and then you can click on this symbol with the little yellow star there. You can click that and give you a new layer, or you can just right click and then you can go ahead and get new layer. So you can see I got layer 1, layer 2. So those is how you get more layers. And if you want to get rid of a layer, you can delete that layer so layer 2 is gone. If you want a new layer, just do a new layer. Okay, and then of course we can change the name of it. So if I want to change layer 1 to let's say dimension, I can go here and rename layer. I'm going to call that dimension. And then if I want to dimension it, I want it to be some color that I can see. In the past, I like to use magenta real quick. If you want to use that, you can go ahead and use that as well. Another way to do is you can always change the lines types that you have. So if you want that to be, let's say you want to use this one right here, for example, then you load that line and that will be the line that you're going to use for your dimension. As far as this one right here, let's say I want to call this one, I can right click again to rename it, and I'm going to call this circles, for example. So, um, and then I can go ahead and change this. I can change the circle to, let's say, something that you guys can see real quick on the screen. Let's say yellow. And the light type here, I want it to be continuous. That's fine. So those are the things that I can do here real quick. I can also, well, I think that's enough, right? So here is how we are going to use that to draw. So if I want to draw something on this default layer here, then I can go ahead and do it. So for example, if I want to draw a rectangle, there is there. And then if I want to do some circles, I can go to circles first. I have to be in that layer. And then I'm drawing a circle. And anything that I draw in this layer that's selected up here, it will be in that color. So I'll hit enter again just to get this circle real quick for you. All right, sorry about that. And then now if I am done, and when I'm done, I want to do dimension, then I go to dimension and then I'll click on dimension here just to pull out my dimension. And as you can see, my dimension for these circles is in magenta, a different color there. And you can also take out dimension of this and bottom. And you can see in the dimension, I have them as solid, right? If you want to change something about those layers, you can go back into the layers properties. And then you can go back in here. For example, right now I have the dotted line here in my dimensions. But if you want to change that, you can change that back to, let's say I want to do continuous again. Click that. And then now you can see my layers properties change back to solid, right? So this is how you are setting up the layers.